the comment is that Amateurs only made a couple of, I think about three real positive. We were under a lot of pressure because Corio had the ball in their forward line a lot longer than what Amateurs did.
They did, but as I said at the end of that last quarter, those two set shots that Robinson and Hobson had could have put you blokes in front, but I tend to agree with you. It would have been an injustice to Corio because Corio did have the majority of the play wrong.
Yeah, possessions, I suppose, 9/10 of the law, but the idea is you've still got to get it through the sticks at the other end of the ground.
It doesn't matter how much.
Doesn't matter how much of the ball you've got, but at the end of the day, if you don't kick as much as the other mob, you get done.
And you lose.
That's it.
That's the idea.
And you cry.
Now I think we're going with the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre for the second quarter scoreboard.
Very good.
I think our director will bring that right up on the screen to confirm my suspicions are it. GDFL Bingo Centre scoreboard, second quarter, Crow 2-1-13 lead. The Geelong Amateurs here in this under-18 Geelong District Football League Grand Final 1-2-8. I'm still sticking with the Amateurs, mate. I reckon they're going to cause an upset today. Yeah,
at the moment they're playing a reasonable brand of football, and if they can get it into third or fourth gear, top gear, as Robbo suggesting they're being a little bit selfish at the moment. Corio probably playing the better team footy. Anything can happen, but, the nerves have probably settled down, and I'm sure this quarter will be a great quarter of football. Okay, you've got the big fella, the grazer. Graham Lockhart, the skipper, doing battle there, and back on the ground now, Matthew McNamara. No one got really a decisive tap. Loose ball to ground. Coming through again, the big fella, Grazer, gets the hand pass, but he's given it straight to the Devils, who drive up to the half-forward line. As we see now, working hard there at half-back, Jacoma. Over the top he goes. Opportunity now for them through Grub. Is it Grubby, is it? Yeah,
Grubby.
It was. Grubby Gillies. But again, he's in there fighting. Little kick up in the air allows an easy mark there for the DVC. That looks like Missouri. Dale Moore it is.
I was DVC in 78.
There you are. The good old days, Fano. Okay, Missouri's kick a beauty and picks out the big arms. And I think you'll find just trying to pick him up. Can't do so. Good football, though. He's kicked out to the outer side of the ground. Long bomb up the half forward. The bouncing ball sits well there for the young amateur player in Garrow. Support. Hobson can't pick it up. Pack of players have formed. Umpires allowing it to continue. Hayes is in there for the Devils. His kick, though, was well smothered, and it's pretty tough out there at the minute, gentlemen. And getting back there, I think you'll find that it may have been Adam George that took that great mark at centre-half back. No,
it was the number 4 Guernsey, mate.
Was it? Is that Travis? Deary me, I'm slipping, Robbo. Well, there's some good footy there from the helmeted boy.
Robinson, no,
in front, couldn't take it. Now the Devils doing well in the defence. Good team footy, brings it wide to the members' side of the ground. The bouncing ball, just does a little bit of a leg break and stays in too.
Oh, good shepherding off the ball too.
He probably didn't want that because Carroll's come in now, chips it over the top. Good football and a nice grab taken at half forward.
A little bit of credit's got to go to Adam George, number 15 in the amateur jumper, for that fantastic
was a good
shepherding off the ball. Robbo, what you think?
Certainly was.
Long bomb, nice drop punt too. Up there, and there he is. Stixie just plucked it out of there like picking cherries on a Sunday afternoon. Lovely grab. I thought it had gone over his head.
She's good.
Catch.
I think the Corio defenders thought the same thing too.
It all went back for it, didn't it? It wasn't there. It stayed up there above Robbo's head.
Well, he had to stretch to his left. I mean, it was a last-minute thing.
Good shot too.
Great shot on camera of young Travis. Sticks Robinson. Can he drill it through the big sticks? He's only about 25 metres from goal. Slight angle. Drop punt. He's taken plenty of time.
It's come back.
He's very conscious of the breeze, and he allowed for it superbly. Great goal off the boot there of Stixie Robinson. Kicks his first and a very handy second goal for the amateur side. Early stages of the second term.
Puts him a point in front, Ron, at this stage. And I umpired a game this year with Travis, kicked 9 goals from centre-half forward for them. So the boy can kick goals. He knows where the sticks are.
It'd be nice if he kicked 9 today.
If he kicks 9 today, they'll win the premiership.
Very good comment.
He's only got 8 to go.
3.5 minutes gone to the second term. Bounce down now. Favours the big fella again. The Greys are doing well. Lockhart kicks up and under though. Went 30 up and about 20 along as we see now an opportunity for the Devils. Well done there, little fella. You'll find it could have been Taylor. Kicks it out there
football.
looking for his teammate in O'Toole as we see some tough stuff. Yeah, Well, there's no love lost as we see. It is a grand final, gentlemen. Carroll, he's having trouble picking it up too. Umpire says, give it to me, fellas. We're going to bounce down right on centre wing members' side as players just slowly picking themselves up from the arena. Lonnie Cousins, the last up for the Devils. Coming on for the Devils, seeing their Corey Pickersgill coming on. Going off is Keith Stokes.
Got it again, tap out again. The amateur boys rushed this one over the boundary line, but they were in numbers, and I don't think they really wanted to do that in front of Tate Ramsey. But nevertheless, they've come out of this in this quarter, and they look like they're fair dinkum about it. Missed the judge of the football that time. The Corio ruckman there in Matthew McNamara got the football. They were good enough to clean bowl, and to mine that could have been down ground. They're starting to do a few little silly things, the Corio boys.
Well, that was Bubsy Senior there, Noel. He's got the helmet on, easy to pick up.
And it was good.
He's been busy.
Yeah, he has. The Corio fellas are starting to do a few silly things, Robbo.
He got me that one. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, just a couple behind the play that they shouldn't probably do. But anyway, now they're back at the football. Unfortunately, it was taken away there for them by that Amateurs player there in Sam Casbolt. And his kick isn't a good one, I don't think, is it, right?
Well, no, he's a left footer, and when he put the ball to boot, he'd actually gone over the line, and the boundary umpire right on the ball has blown the whistle, and the ball will now come back to the 50-metre line for a boundary throw-in right in front of the West Social Rooms here at the Western Oval.
Yes.
Up they go in front again, the big grazer, but he's doing well, McNamara. He's a little bit more athletic. He's copped one there.
On the deck.
Well, there was a forearm raised as well, but Tate doesn't mind the old Diesel. He's pretty happy. He's pretty tough too, the old Diesel. She'll fire up. Left shoulder strap too, but I think you'll find he'll be all right. As we see McNamara in front again, good work. Opportunity here from O'Toole.
Well done.
Carl O'Toole, good strength at the footy and good body work there on Ramsey.
Adam George, he just left his opponent and backed himself then, and what did he do? He caused the ball up. I reckon he's playing all right, this fella, this number 15. Robbo, what do you think?
Good solid defender, mate.
Yeah.
Hasn't played all year with the side because of school commitments.
Was he a college boy?
Certainly is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you wouldn't believe it.
Well, Casbolt's just flattened Lonnie Cousins, but there was no comment there.
No,
as we see the ball
that was
kicked
in
up.
Tate Ramsey's got the football. There's nothing in that. That was as he kicked it.
Tate Ramsey's crook. As he's kicked up there looking for the big fella. Can't take the ball.
No wonder he's crook. Have a look.
Anyway, an opportunity now for the Devils as we see working hard in defence there. Looks like
bringing him off.
number 8 there in Ashley Rayson.
I'd be crook too, Robbo, wouldn't you, if they had trainers like that in my day?
Well, the Devils have got the free kick. It's Carl O'Toole, I think you'll find, drives it up the centre wing. Opportunity here for the boy. Does it well too, Charles. Looks there for Cousins. Didn't commit himself for the footy. As the loose ball now. Yeah, players just losing sight of the footy at the present time as the lovely Helen Smith from Corio wanders past. You're looking well this morning. You're all slept in. Where were you?
Helen, do you want me to look after the baby and you can come and take my spot? You can look after. I'll look after the baby and you can come up here. See you at half time then.
Okay. Ball's at half forward. There's a little bit of a scrap, but nothing serious as we see Dave Cousins take the ball out of the ruck. Good work. Left foot bomb up there in front. Oh, should have held that big fella. Paul Smith couldn't do so. Loose ball. Sees Justin Taylor. Come on, can he pick it up? No, he can't, but oh, good work from the boy. Charles can. Drills it back to the full forward line, but again, jumping Jack Jacoma. Out wide, long bomb, though, out of spaces of Western Oval.
Used his body well then, didn't he, Robert?
Very good.
Yeah, they're the ones you don't like to wait for. Ronnie Brown used to kick them sometimes, and I used to have to wait for them to land.
So did I when I played with him.
Set it up, you blokes. That would have been low penetrating tit bursters.
As we see the ball go out of bounce on that far outer wing in front. I think that was Cas. Who was that took it over the boundary?
Casbolt.
Casbolt, yeah, I thought it was.
He's been a steady performer. Likewise, the Grazer. Dave Cousins doing battle. Boundary throw in. Cousins, good work. got it to the centre wing position. Opportunity here for Charles. Can't pick it up. Good hand pass out to a teammate there. Well, Colin, I think you'll find there in Mark Garrow. And he's the vice captain of the amateur side.
Good
Loose
handball.
ball, yeah, out wide it comes. Opportunity now for them through Charles. Up to half forward.
Sun in the eyes. Dropped a sitter. Did that fella out there? Who was that?
Cameron Senior.
Cameron Senior. He dropped a sitter, but I reckon the sun might have been in his eyes because it was on that angle, Ron.
Yeah, certainly, Noel. Score check. We've been about 8 minutes gone of the second term. 2-2-14 amateurs. 2-1-13 Corio. As we see now an opportunity for Jacoma. Can he get rid of the football? No, he can't. Good pressure there from the Devils camp. Dave Nichols. Boundary throw in about 40 metres from the Corio goal.
Well, Neville O'Toole will be a nervous man at the moment. He's coached his side this year without losing a game, and how often do you see a side go into a grand final undefeated and lose it? But we're not going to say that's happening. And the ball's in the centre of the ground. It's been well met there by that amateur player. Fantastic football. Robbo, who was that?
Luke Muller.
Luke Muller. Fantastic, strong football. But unfortunately, the kick wasn't such a good one, and it's gone out to that half-back flank where we see the Cryo player there in the 32 Guernsey, Dave Cousins, take the mark. He's kicked it up to the forward pocket. Good lead and a good mark.
Eldridge.
Taken by Eldridge. There's a player down the centre of the ground too, so we'll just keep our eye on that situation.
Yeah, it could be young Cousins, I think.
Clinton Eldridge kicks the ball up. Nobody can take the mark. Actually, it went out the back of the pack without anybody even touching. But the big fella just picks the ball up, plucks it out of the air, out of the middle of the pack. The big fella there in Noel Cousins, and he's kicked it over his shoulder, but it's gone through for one behind only, and that evens the score 2-2 apiece on the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre scoreboard here at the Western Oval in this under-18 grand final, second quarter. Been going about 10 minutes, Ron.
Certainly, Noel. There's that
Nice kick in.
Yeah, Jack Jacoma been busy, or was it Tate Ramsey? No, it was Jack. Jack it was. Yeah, he goes out to the outer side of the ground there too. And Luke Muller just lost sight of the footy and has allowed Charles to come in now. Looked up there for Smith, but in front, some good work here. Burst his way through, lost the ball though in the process, but gee, goes back in at the footy, and that's big Jack Jacoma again. Good hands to the run of Bubsy Siegner, who goes out wide. Looking there for Muller, can't find him as the Devils now into attack. Paul Smith with skill, hand pass up beauty to Eldridge. Looks up to the 10 metres square and in front, taking a great mark, pushing the back, doesn't matter. And I think you'll find the Devils here an opportunity.
Barry O'Toole.
And, yep, Legsy. Had a lot to do to date, but he loves to kick a six-pointer.
Does he ever? No, he's a good little goal sneak down there for Corio. He's kicked a lot of goals this year too, and can read the play very well.
Well, he's about 15, 20 metres out from goal. And let's have a look. Barry, yes, he's kicked 44 for the season. Not a bad effort.
It's a good effort in under 18. It's on a fairly tight angle here, and I reckon he'll just put this straight through the middle. Tell you what, he's let me down, I think. Yep, he's let it slip away to the right. So that brings up his first score for the day.
First point.
It's his first score for the morning, and we'll see the amateur full back. Who's this bloke, Robbo?
This is Ben Jacoma.
Ben Jacoma. Kicked the ball in. He kicked it in nicely. Another nice kick, and the umpire's deemed he's gone over the mark. Yeah, I was watching that, and I feel if your back foot's inside the line, you're right, aren't you?
No part of you, I believe now that no part can go outside the line at all.
Well, it happens every time. And he's picked this one, but anyway, he's got to ball it up right on the middle of the white line, exactly where he did it. Very good, and it's been forced through a rushed point to the Corio side, and I hope that's not the one that's going to cost him the premiership at the end of the day, because
well, the way the game's being scored at the moment, that's a very important point.
Well, it's low scoring, isn't it, Robert?
Yes.
It's a real battle of the backlights, fellas, and it's pretty tough out there. Players not having a lot of time to use the football properly. So, well,
Another
we
nice kick.
just got to work a bit harder, both sides, as we see now. A lot of fumbling taking place. Dave Cousins works hard. Paddles the ball forward unselfishly. That was good footy. Opportunity here for them through McNamara. Can't do much with it. Ridden into the ground and should get the free kick for mine.
I thought he should have too.
There's
nothing in that. Umpire.
Well, the umpire's just been sucked in.
That was just stupidity. The guy stood up and he fell over.
Adam George?
Yep.
He's played on.
He's paid him 50 because he walked up over the mark.
Yeah, the mark was there. The player to his
I
right.
agree with the 50, but I disagree with the original free kick.
Well, it's good. Now, you wonder why blokes start swinging punches when umpires start doing things like that.
Frustrates the players, mate.
Of course, I'm frustrated. So if I'm frustrated, they'd have to be.
What's his name?
Adam George has got the kick.
This is Peter Knott, isn't it? Umpire.
Thank you very much. Sticks in front, good work. Now, that was a costly umpiring decision because now the amateur boys have got an opportunity through Stixie Robinson. He's kicked 56 now for the season. Can he make it 57? He's about 35, 40 metres from goal.
Well, I want to see him kick 9 goals, and so does this bloke on my immediate left.
The drop part,
he's got 7 to go, in my opinion. What do you reckon about that, Robbo?
That's a good one.
That was a good one. That was a fair hike out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was an umpire's goal, though. I thought Corio a little bit stiff then.
Yeah, there was no free kick down there. Anyway, the goal's being kicked, and as we see on the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre scoreboard, second quarter, Corio 2-4-16, trailing Geelong Amateurs by 4 points, 3-2-20. And I agree with Peter Robinson that it was an umpire's goal, Ron.
Certainly, 15-minute mark of the second quarter. Rocky's 24 locksmith and trophies out there at Corio Village. Time clock. Back to the centre, bounce down. Favours the big fella then. Again, the grazer. Lockhart got it down in the direction of the attacking half-back coming through strongly. I think you'll find was Atkins, was it?
Certainly was.
Yeah, good work there from the Schwarzer as he goes in very strongly at the footy. Pack of players have formed, and umpire will come in and bounce down.
Tell you what, they're having a go now, the Amateurs. Got their tails up after that goal. Big fella again gets a football down, but there's been an infringement on him. He did have eyes only for the football, and the Cryo fella ran straight at him.
Yeah, he copped one a bit high after the ball had gone, no?
Yeah. Plays on with a handball. I don't know that that's such a good idea because it made him force his kick, and it didn't give Robinson up in the centre forward position there much of an opportunity. But the amateur blokes have butted up well, and there's been a free kick on Robinson, I think, behind play. Did you pick that up, Ron?
No.
Yeah, it was off the ball, and umpiring was good there. Trying to encourage the boys to continue for the football as Casbolt just
Good
drifts
football,
across.
good setup.
Yeah, nicely done. And again, it was Bubsy Senior that set it up. Lovely disposal. And
Did you see that free kick over there, Robbo?
No.
yeah, he was held away from the play.
Okay, thank you.
He shepherded off the footy.
No, I wasn't watching.
And it was taken from the contest. That's why Amateurs got the free kick. We'll see. That's Casbolt now. That's a nice looking kick from
Nothing wrong with that.
the youngster. He's about 35 out too. Pops it through. Amateurs on fire. Middle stage of the second term. Casbolt kicks his first and a very handy fourth goal for Geelong Amateur Footy Club.
Yes, and the free kick over there. We're not going to say it again, Robbo, are we?
No.
We've had 2 umpires' goals, are we?
No,
we're going to take these goals, aren't we?
Oh, now we are.
And we see...
It's a good chance now for amateurs to really go on with this game because they've got a couple of quick goals and another one here I think would just be nice.
Yeah, it'd make it tough for them as we see the Corio big fella get the tap down to his rover who punches it up to centre half forward. Nobody can take the mark. Coming through there strongly for Corio is that number 17, Guernsey, and that's Matthew King. He get the ball out, but it's well intercepted there by the captain in Aaron Eamon Charles, and he gets the ball up to the full forward line, but the full back was behind, and you're not going to believe it. The bloke's come from behind to take the mark there, Noel Cousins. Normally with your full backs in front, he's got the drop, hasn't he?
Very lucky to be paid the mark. It, for mine, should have been called play on.
I agree with you, Ron. I thought it bounced off the amateurs bloke's hands first and then he...
Mate, you make the effort.
Umpires made it.
Well, you make the effort to get in front. You've got to be given the benefits. That time he's been robbed.
He had to have touched it if he was in front. Anyway, the big fella's put that one straight through the centre in Noel Cousins for the amateurs, for the Corio side. And that's his first goal for the morning. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 now. As we see on the...
We certainly have it. Sorry, not. We certainly have a nip and tuck fair going on here at the moment. I think it's the game's just waiting for someone to bust it wide open.
You're quite right on the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre scoreboard. Corio 3-4-22. Still 4 points behind the amateurs, 4-2-26. And we need somebody to take this game by the scruff of the neck at the 19-minute mark and just do something to dominate, just for 2 or 3 minutes to lift the side. The Corio ruckman again gets the favour of the bounce, and the ball's kicked up to lovely lead, lovely
Good
mark.
football.
And this is
Barry O'Toole.
O'Toole, was it? He's kicked up the forward line, well punched away, but bad luck off the hands of the pack. The amateur boys are good enough there to butter up through the agency of
Jason Ward.
And it's gone over.
Justin Taylor was a bit stiff there. The bouncing
Bounce,
ball,
yeah.
he just couldn't get his leg to it, and just missed a certain goal for the Devils. We're about 55 now from the Corio goal. Bounty throw in. Aldrich, back of the pack, tries to do an a la Ablat, but he got a little bit of strife because he lost the footy. Good pressure there, amateur defence, and they'll force another ball up about 55 metres from the Corio goal, out of sight of the Western Oval.
Good bounce down too. Up they go. The big fella for the amateur side, who I reckon's been one of their best players in Lockhart, got the tap down. The ball scrambles over towards that half-back flank. The umpire said no attempt to get rid of it on...
That was a good tackle, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good player, Dave Cousins. Left foot. A lot of left footers out there this morning as we see a great mark
Jason
taken.
Ward.
Yep, and Wardy just steady snow. He's played on. What's happened here now?
He's been given the benefit of a 50-metre penalty, and I think you'll find that the Corio player ran through the mark. Is that what it was for?
I was watching the amateurs play on, and I just didn't see that.
Well, the bloke that he played onto ran through the mark to get the benefit of the saving himself a few metres. Anyway, it's gone up there to where Robinson can't quite take the mark. Corio boys kick it off the ground as we hear the siren sound for half-time here in the grand final at the Western Oval on the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre scoreboard. We see Geelong Amateurs in probably what would be an upset at this stage, 4 points in front of Corio. They're 4-2-26, leading Corio 3-4-22 on the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre scoreboard. Robbo, goal kickers at this stage, mate?
From the Corio side, we've got Clinton Elbridge with 1, we've got Paul Smith with 1, and Noel Cousins with 1. And for Geelong Amateurs, we've got Travis Robertson with 2, Tate Ramsey with 1, and Sam Casbolt with 1. That was a very interesting quarter, that one. There was fairly even right across the board, and only a couple of goals kicked from either side, and I think we've got a really good second half coming up.
Yeah, okay, who are your better players for the Amateurs in that quarter?
I thought you've hit the nail on the head. I think Graham Lockhart's done an exceptional job in the ruck. He's only lost a couple of hit-outs. Coming across the half-forward line, Travis has done okay. Young Marcus Gillies on the back line has done well for Geelong Amateurs. For Corio, I think they've had a really good team performance because they've all chipped in and done some good things there. Especially the big fella up the forward line kicked a couple of good goals, and I think we're in for a really good contest after half-time.
Yeah, and we can see on the screen there Neville O'Toole not at all happy with the way his charges are going, and I guess he's got every reason to be because, you know, they're going for a championship, they're down, he must be obviously nervous, and I believe he had this last time the Amateurs played Corio out of Corio. I believe Neville had the game videotaped. Well, I know he did because one of our cameramen went out and did it.
Right.
So he's obviously been studying the Amateurs, and he must have thought that the Amateurs were his biggest challenge.
Well, throughout the year, the two sides have been 1 and 2, and they've only lost a couple of games each throughout the year. Or not Corio, they've been undefeated, as you've already stated. You know, Neville's had a couple of setbacks from the second semi-final where he had 2 blokes suspended, and they're 2 of his better players. And but you know, it's up to the kids now. Neville's done all he can do, and the kids have now got to come on and be called upon to do the task.
Just quickly, Ron, your better players for the Corio side?
Well, for Crio's side, Noel Cousins, the big man. Dave Cousins, the ruck rover, I thought has been in everything. I like Matty King, I like Clinton Eldridge, and of course young boy Charles, who's done well. David Hayes across the half-back line, also for Corio, in what I would suggest should be a very entertaining last half of football. Because as you mentioned, Noel, at half-time here at the Western Oval in the 94 under-18 GDFL Grand Final, Amateurs go in 4-point leaders.
Okay, we'll be back shortly with that vital third quarter, the Ron Brain quarter of football in Premiership football country today.